Lift Truck 103. In this lesson, we will learn the basic driving and lifting operations of a lift truck. You will use the driving controls to navigate the lift truck through a simple driving course that will test your forward and backward driving skills. Then you will use the lift controls to lift, move, and place a load at a storage location. This lesson is separated into two parts: basic driving operation and basic lift operation. This lesson assumes that you have completed Lesson 102, pre-operational inspection, startup, and post-startup checks, and the lift truck is running and ready for operation. Basic driving. As mentioned in Lesson 101, driving a lift truck is similar to driving an automobile with one primary exception: the rear wheels steer the lift truck instead of the front. This gives the lift truck the mobility needed to pick up loads and to navigate confined spaces. Care must be taken when turning a lift truck to ensure the attachment and its load does not hit an obstruction as it swings out in the direction of the turn, well in front of the forward wheels, and that the rear of the vehicle does not strike an obstruction as it swings out in the opposite direction. To illustrate this further, when making a hard left turn, the pivot of the turn is just outside the left forward wheel, and the attachment and load will swing left, ahead of the vehicle, and the rear of the vehicle will swing out to the right. When making a hard right turn, the opposite is true. The pivot is just outside the right forward wheel, and the attachment and load swings to the right, and the rear of the vehicle to the left. Understanding where the pivot of the turn is will help you to steer the forklift in a safe, efficient manner. Let's practice some driving and maneuvering. Place the lift truck in drive, and press the accelerator to slowly move the lift truck forward, turning the wheel to the left and right to get a sense of the steering. Then shift the vehicle to reverse, and drive slowly backwards, turning the wheel left and right to get a sense of the steering in reverse. When ready, drive the lift truck to the start zone of the cone course. While driving forward, proceed through the cone course. Take care not to hit the cones. Stop at the finish zone at the end of the course. Shift to reverse, and while driving backward, proceed through the cone course. Stop at the finish zone at the end of the course. Good job! Now let's learn to lift loads and place them on a shelf unit. Basic lifting. Now that you have practiced some basic maneuvering, let's learn the basics of lifting and placing loads. In front of you is a row of 3 pallets with loads. Slowly approach the first pallet. Center the lift truck on the pallet during approach, and stop just a few inches short of it. Ensure that the forks are spread to their widest position using the spread controller. Forks should always be at the widest setting that the pallet inserts will allow for stability. Using the lift controller, lower the forks to a level that will facilitate them being inserted into the pallet without touching the pallet or the ground. Slowly inch the lift truck forward, inserting the forks into the pallet. Stop just before the pallet connects with the backstop. Raise the pallet a few inches of the ground, and slowly proceed to the shelf unit, and place the pallet and load in the designated location. Good. Lift and move the other 2 pallets to their designated locations. You have completed this lesson.